Hi, I'm Coach John, and today I want to share a 5-step process for moving your business forward at warp speed. Now, warp speed for your business starts with goal setting, but that's only the start. Goal achieving is the action that moves your business forward. Now, a few weeks ago, I hosted a one-day business plan intensive at my office in Irvine, and I helped my guests create their personal custom business plan for 2019. And during the process, we had quite a few breakthroughs that I've been sharing these past few weeks. And the breakthrough for today's video is constraints. Constraints are the obstacles or the choke points preventing you from achieving your goal. And later on in this video, I'll share how you can get a copy of all the breakthroughs. Now, we set goals to achieve something we've never achieved before. Higher sales totals, fewer hours in the office, lower expenses, more profits. There's a few goals. In every work or production process, though, there are a series of steps between where you are today and the result that you want to achieve tomorrow. Now, always, one of these steps is the constraint or choke point that determines the speed at which you will complete the entire process. For example, getting from home to work, there might be a stretch of road or freeway that can be really crowded. And before that stretch or after that stretch, traffic might be light. But if that stretch is jammed, this can be the major constraint or bottleneck that determines how fast you can get home. And I know this is true because every night when I leave work, I run into a bottleneck on the freeway. I have to travel through the 405 and 55 freeway interchange, and it's a slow slog. Traffic just crawls. My goal to get home would be achieved much faster if it weren't for all the other cars in the way. So identifying your constraints is the first step in a 5-step process for achieving your goals. And the way you do that is to ask yourself one magic question. And that question is, why haven't I achieved my goal already? Make a list and then identify the one item that creates the biggest slowdown. Now, step number 2 is decide how to exploit the constraint. You find out everything there is to know about the problem. Zoom in so you can see all the details. And step 3 is to subordinate everything else to the constraint. Identify anything and everything that you have at your disposal to attack the constraint. The 4th step is to elevate the constraint. All available resources are targeted for this constraint, and this means that it becomes the most important resolution in the entire system. And step 5, if the constraint's been broken, go back to step 1 and identify the next most important constraint. If you choose the front of the group, everyone is slowed down. If you choose the middle, the second half of the group is going to be slowed down. If you choose the end, then he or she's going to lag behind, and that would not be a safe situation. That's a problem in the rain on a single file trail all by yourself. That's a direct conflict with the buddy system. Now, going back to our 5-step process, number 1, identify the constraint. It's the scout with the bad leg. Number 2, exploit the constraint. What are all the issues affecting the bad leg? So get body weight, backpack weight. Both of those put pressure on the bad leg. Step number 3, subordinate everything else. Focus everything you have at your disposal on the bad leg. Use all the other scouts to reduce the pressure on the bad leg. Step number 4, elevate the constraint. Distribute the scouts' backpack items amongst the other scouts. Help the bad leg scout as often as possible. And the 5th one is, once the constraint's been broken, you start over with step number 1. Now, there's another concept to consider, and that's control. Now, you have 100% control of only one thing in this world, and that's yourself. So here's an important point. Fully 80% of all the constraints that are holding you back from achieving your most desired goals are inside yourself. Only 20% are on the outside. Fully 80% of the reasons that your business is not achieving its goals are inside the company in some way. And the successful person asks the question, what is it in me that is holding me back? When you want to accomplish great things, always start with yourself and work out from there. You're in control of yourself. You can have an enormous effect on what you do personally or what you fail to do. But if you have only a minor influence on external factors and other people, always start with asking yourself, what is it in me that is holding me back? So there you go. 2 key questions, 5 steps to get your business moving forward at warp speed. Now, it was a remarkable day of breakthroughs for everyone that attended. And earlier I shared that I would give you an opportunity to get a copy of the Business Breakthroughs Report from the one-day business plan intensive. So here's what you can do. You can get a copy of the Breakthrough Report and be notified of the next intensive session simply by clicking the link above or below this video, or you can send me a direct message or an email, and I'll send you the notification and Breakthrough Report request link. Also, I'm curious to know, what's your greatest constraint? If you know what that is, please leave it in the comments below. I'll reach into my toolbox and see what I can provide to help. I'd love to hear from you. Till next time, Cheers to your success.